Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and thank you again, club and guests. Okay, I would like you to imagine that your family lost your source of income. Like either you lost your job and you're not getting money anymore, or the person that's providing for you is not giving you your money anymore, and you just don't know what's going to happen. Your bills are still piling up, but you know, you're getting in danger of getting evicted or losing your home. This sadly is the case for so many people in our country right now, even right around us, right in Pasadena here. And you know, I just would like you to picture yourself. What would you do if you lost everything and you wound up on the street? How would you feel if you looked at one of your family members in need of something, like medicine, a bed to sleep in, a shower, clean clothes, and you couldn't do anything to get it to them? We spend so much time looking at homeless people and thinking down on them like, you know, well, they put themselves there, as opposed to trying to look at it from their shoes. You know, and I would like to take this time to really look at some of the facts about homelessness and what they really face. You know, so many people say that they're the same group of people all the time, and they just think that, you know, they're always the same homeless people, when in reality, 85%, according to the Union Station Homeless Services, they have statistics on their website, 85% of them are only homeless for less than 1 year, and then they're back on their feet and into like a job and have houses again. Another thing that a lot of people say is that they're mostly men. And that's not true at all, because actually women who are homeless is on the rise. Like, it's almost half. It's 48% women and children of the group that's homeless. And just in Pasadena alone here, on a given night, we have up to 1,000 people without a home, without any place to go to. And half of those are women and children. It's just amazing to me. And you know, still we look at them with this judgmental point of view, like, you know, just they put themselves there. Also, people say, well, they're alcoholics, they're crazy, they are drug addicts, and things like that. And yeah, this is true. There are drug addicts and alcoholics and crazy people who are homeless. About 50%, they say, in our area has some sort of mental illness, and 30% has some sort of serious drug, alcohol type of addiction that put them on the streets, and that's why they're there now. But I mean, who are we to really judge and say that we should not help these people because they put themselves there? And another thing I really wanted to bring out is people say that they're welfare cases, you know, like they're draining our economy of money right now, and that, you know, they're just like sponges absorbing and not really trying to get a job or provide for themselves. And they took a census. The most recent one I could find was 2005. The Greater Homeless Count is what they called it. They interviewed several of the homeless people in LA County, and they said 44% of them said they received nothing. And I could only find that 21% said they received $500 a month or more. I mean, I don't know if you looked at what rent is these days, but $500 doesn't exactly cover a whole heck of a lot, you know. That's not even a one-bedroom apartment. So, and then also, so many people say, well, there's plenty of support. The government can get involved. There's these private groups, there's shelters, people can get help. They just might not be taking advantage of, you know, the help that is available. When in reality, in Los Angeles County, according to the Union Station's figures, there's 88,000 homeless just in LA County. And they have 17,000 beds available. That is less than one bed for every 5 people. So basically they're competing in order to have a clean, dry place to sleep for that night. And if they're later than the person in front of them, too bad, they're out on the street. And then in San Gabriel Valley, it's even worse. They have 10,000 people, roughly, that are on the streets, and they have only 990 beds in shelters. So that's 10 people competing for one bed. It's pretty bad, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but outside the shelters, we went once last year with our ICF group, our International Christian group, and we fed them, and we took enough food for maybe 80 people, and we still had people to turn away. They were just everywhere and all up and down the streets because they could not get into this shelter. And you know, I just really think that so often we look at these people and don't think that we need to play a significant role in helping them out, but we're, you know, Christians, and I think that that, you know, the one verse that really spoke to me when I was thinking about this is in Matthew 25, when he's talking about the sheep and the goats, and he says, the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you, since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." And I just really think that, you know, we should be more involved and more willing to help out. And I have right here just 5 simple places that we can all go to. And actually, Vonnie, May, and Carmel are going tomorrow night. We have a group, we adopted a meal for Union Station right down the street. And you can volunteer once a month, and you can make a huge difference for people. I mean, these places rely solely on volunteer almost for, you know, to run, to make the food, and to prepare everything. So if you would like to look at this after and talk to me more about possibly getting involved with our homeless community, I would love to talk to you. Thank you.